Welcome to Osun, Nigeria's state of the living spring. This enchanting state boasts breathtaking natural beauty, rich cultural heritage and iconic landmarks like the Enrijesha Waterfalls, also known as the Lumiri Waterfalls, located in Eriodo, a tourist site in Oriade local government area of the state. Although underrated by political opponents, 2 years later, the scorecard of an incredible delivery of good governance is out for review and assessment. Join us as we explore sector by sector of the before and after the assumption of the incumbent's transformation of Osun State. Osun State, before the advent of the incumbent, faced multiple crises of governance, from public service to over 80% infrastructure deficit. Governor Adeleke took up the revival process with full determination. Within the context of his administration's 5-point agenda, Governor Adeleke introduced a multi-billion naira and a multi-sectoral focused infrastructure agenda to rescue the state from the infra neglect. 2 years later, what is the sectoral situation like? What positive developments have taken place in the state of the living spring? Follow us as we take you through the good governance delivery of Governor Adeleke. In the water sector, as of November 27, 2022, Osun experienced a severe water shortage across its local government and area councils. All the water facilities were non-functional, and the lack of clean drinking water contributed to the spread of diseases. The administration swung into action and designed a three-pronged approach.
All these water schemes were moribund. But when we came on board, we discussed with the governor, and the governor, in his own magnanimous act, he gave us the marching order that we should start to repair or rehabilitate all these water schemes.
This includes mediate, short-term and long-term water action plans, all running concurrently.
Most of these pipelines are already obsolete. They are rotting. And the issue is that it's one thing for you to produce in a water scheme, and it's another thing for you to get the required output.
The first action was the sinking of 332 boreholes across the 332 political wards in the state. This was delivered within 3 months.
They are doing good. So we are getting water always. They can be able to drink the water. It's cleaned, so government is doing well. Ademola Adeleke. 4 plus 4, 8.
So I use it for drinking, I use it for bathing, I use it for everything you just see. If I go there, you see the one woman is using it for washing our clothes. That water is okay.
After completing the first set of 332 boreholes, which are now serving the people, the administration initiated a second phase to drill another 332 boreholes, which is currently underway. At the same time, work began on rehabilitating water facilities in major towns across the state. In Iwo, broken water pumping equipment was repaired and a survey was conducted to identify rusty pipes for replacement. The process of laying new pipes is already in progress. Similar efforts are also ongoing at the Ede, Oshogbo and the Kende water facilities. In addition to rehabilitating the main water facilities, the administration is also reviving 10 abandoned mini water projects originally built by a previous PDP government. These projects are currently at various stages of completion. To expand access to water, the Ademola Adeleke administration awarded a contract to rehabilitate the Ora water scheme, which will provide water to Igbomina area. The project is currently in progress.
The project is rehabilitation and reconstruction of Ora, Igbomina Dam and mini water scheme. The dam was an existing dam that failed due to some reasons. So the governor now re-awarded it. We are commissioned to come and reconstruct this dam to make sure the dam does not fail. The project, that is the scheme, does not fail.
The communities are really grateful, expectant. And I know when this project is finally completed, is going to alleviate a lot of their sufferings.
Road infrastructure. In the area of road infrastructure, Governor Adeleke's administration has made significant progress in addressing the challenges of intercity and intracity roads. In the first phase, 1.5 kilometers of roads were rehabilitated in each local government area. The second phase, aimed at upgrading 3 rural roads per local government, is currently underway. Additionally, his administration has completed 60 residential street roads, with work on 30 more roads nearing completion.
When the administration came on board, the first set of projects that was inaugurated is a 10-kilometer dual carriage from Oshogbo to Ikirun. And to the glory of God, we were able to complete that project within the 100 days of the administration. Shortly after then, we embarked on another set of roads, which are roads that cut across all the federal constituencies. We have 9 federal constituencies in Osun. And to God be the glory, within a space of 3 months, we were able to complete all those roads.
In addition to repairing numerous rural roads, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration also rebuilt several collapsed inter-town bridges, earning widespread appreciation from communities in Iwo, Bogon, and Ile-Ife. The people of Ile-Ife, in particular, expressed their gratitude to Senator Adeleke for constructing the town's first flyover. This landmark project extends to Iremo Road, which leads to the Oni's Palace. Among the road projects is the construction of Iredumi Road, which leads to the family compound of the Osun State APC chairman. Adeleke's administration took on the rehabilitation of major intercity roads, including the Osogbo-Ikirun Road, which was previously in a deplorable state and considered a death trap. The first phase of the projects, covering the stretch from Oshogbo to Ikirun, has been completed. The second phase, extending the roads to the Kwara State border, is set to follow. Governor Adeleke also completed the Oshogbo Ring Road and constructed several key roads, including a dual carriageway from Old Garage to Lameko, Akoda to Okegada in Ede, Egbeji Road, Iresi Otuayegbaju Road, Ashamu Ogbagba Road, and the Iresi Otuayegbaju Township Roads. In the past 2 years, approximately 150 kilometers of roads have been completed, with several examples to mention. As part of the infrastructure plan, many major road projects are still ongoing. In Oshogbo, 2 major flyover projects are close to completion. The flyovers at Okefia and Lameko are nearly 90% finished and are expected to be completed by the end of February. The major projects are not limited to the state capital. A major bridge at Okegada-Ede is almost 80% completed. For Ilesha, the dualization of Palace to Brewery is ongoing, with the contractor working day and night. It is important to note that all the projects mentioned are being funded with state resources. Since Governor Adeleke took office, the state has not taken out any loans. The governor has effectively closed financial loopholes, resulting in additional funds for these infrastructure developments. In the education sector, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration quickly responded to the urgent educational challenges in the state. The first step was the immediate approval of the rehabilitation of 99 schools across the state. To date, 100 schools have been renovated, providing improved learning environments. Here, we showcase about 50 of these schools, highlighting their conditions before and after the renovations.
Everybody knows in Osun that education suffered a lot. It suffered a lot. In essence, they even said, the former governor even said that they are practicing unusual government. There was no discipline anywhere. Both teachers and students, no discipline. We started by insisting discipline in the school.
A technical laboratory originally built during the military regime at Muslim Grammar School in Ede, the governor's alma mater, had been abandoned by previous administrations. Governor Adeleke took the initiative to rebuild and restore the laboratory. Students and staff alike cannot stop praising Governor Adeleke for his outstanding contributions to the education sector.
My name is Suadjini Matalai and I'm in JSS 3. The quality of teachers in our school is very effective. The teachers always come to our class to teach us regularly, and their teaching always sink into our brains.
By provision of different infrastructures, especially instructional materials. They are for free. They are for free. They are distributed to all schools. As I speak, we have also gone to the Ministry of Education this morning to collect exercise books distributed or donated by this present administration. So it has really helped our students, at least to study conveniently and comfortably.
In Osun State, education is free. Both primary and secondary school in Osun is free. What they are paying is only 500 naira per time, which we term education trust levy.
Like I said, the government is doing very well. There are interventions. The government has given us, a few science. We have lab kits and, other materials that has really helped the students.
In addition to bringing stability to the state's tertiary institutions, Governor Adeleke made the University of Ilesha a reality. Prior to his administration, the university existed only on paper. Governor Adeleke allocated a startup grant, secured accreditation for nearly 40 courses, and initiated infrastructure upgrades at the university. It is important to note that Governor Adeleke has generously introduced free tuition at the University of Ilesha for students studying education courses. This initiative aims to encourage more students to pursue careers in education, strengthen the educational sector, and help prevent a brain drain in Osun State's education system. For the second state university, the governor prioritized completing several abandoned projects. 2 years later, he successfully finished 4 projects that had been left unfinished at Osun State University. Governor Adeleke's administration also launched a new project, the Anatomy Laboratory, and completed it in record time. Under Governor Ademola Adeleke, support for the student population reached new heights. Bursaries for students in tertiary institutions are now in place and fully operational. Recognizing that health is wealth, Governor Adeleke was deeply concerned about the numerous health challenges faced by residents of the state. His administration swiftly implemented a preventive health care policy focusing on expanding access to health care across the state and addressing various diseases affecting the population.
Yeah, you see, as the going says, health is wealth. And of course, when we came on board, the healthcare delivery system was in shambles, quite appalling, and a lot of people were suffering. And the governor, the executive governor, Governor Adeleke, being a God-fearing person, said, well, the first thing that we should do is to attend to the health needs of our people. And a very sick population is not usually a productive population.
Governor Adeleke also approved welfare packages for medical workers to help curb brain drain. The Mole Medical Outreach was launched to provide free surgeries for various conditions, benefiting residents across all 9 federal constituencies. In the first 2 editions of the outreach, 100,000 beneficiaries were served, and the 3rd edition is set to take place soon.
Previous governor, the government of Oyola was actually not paying salaries and pensioners. And most of those pensioners, returned back to the farm after leaving government. So the first thing that the government has us to do is to provide the Imole medical and surgical outreach.
Ọlọ́run yóò jẹ́ kí Ademola mọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú, kò ní ṣubú ẹ̀mí, kò ní ṣubú ogún ẹ̀dẹ́ ní, kò ní dóòkùn.
Wọ́n ṣe dáadáa oògùn tí wọ́n kó fún wa náà rè. Kọ́lọ́ǹgì ọba àsanwó kọ́lọ́ǹgì ọba aláàmú. Wọ́n ṣe àwọn náà ní wà lóòkun.
Àdúrà mi ni pé kó tún ṣe ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì.
Àsanwó ọ̀fẹ́ ni Ọlọ́run sì máa bùkún gómìnà.
Actually, I'm here to complain about my health. And I'm being given these drugs. and we thank our governor.
When Governor Adeleke assumed office, hospitals in Osun State were severely neglected. From primary to secondary and tertiary health institutions, the situation was marked by abandonment and deterioration. There was no clear record of how the previous government utilized the $20 million World Bank grant allocated to the state for the rehabilitation of primary health centers. To tackle the widespread neglect, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration initiated a phased rehabilitation of healthcare centers in the state, starting with primary healthcare centers, PHCs. 2 years later, 200 out of the 400 PHCs had been rehabilitated and upgraded with the addition of solar power and water supply. It is important to note that for these primary health centers, new toilets and bathrooms were built. New beds with fresh linens and pillows were provided, and new furniture and medications were supplied. Here, we highlight primary healthcare centers that were renovated by the Adeleke administration. Governor Adeleke's remarkable efforts in transforming the primary healthcare centers in Osun State earned the state's national recognition. Osun was awarded the prize for the best primary healthcare system in the country, outshining all other states. As part of the new health plan, the administration's next focus is the rehabilitation of 6 general hospitals, the recruitment of more medical staff, and the expansion of drug supplies across the hospitals. In the agricultural sector, in the past 2 years, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration has vigorously pursued an agro-industrialization and farm mechanization agenda. Prior to this, Osun State government had no tractors. In fact, the last time the state purchased a tractor was 14 years ago during the administration of Olagunsoye Oyinlola. Governor Adeleke broke the jinx by acquiring 61 tractors in the first phase of the state's tractor acquisition program. The day Governor Adeleke unveiled the tractors was a day of celebration for Osun farmers. The administration distributed various seedlings, farm inputs, launched the Cocoa and Cashew Expansion Initiative, and inaugurated the Mole Agropreneur Model Project. In commerce, business and cooperative expansion, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration introduced several initiatives to improve the ease of doing business, attract investments to the state, and expand financial access for small businesses and the cooperative movement. About 4 billion naira was allocated to the cooperative movement and ward-based cooperatives across the 332 wards in the state. Additionally, a multi-million naira revolving business loan scheme is currently operating in Osun State. So far, 48,000 people have benefited from the cooperative interest-free loan scheme.
Apart from constructing roads, education, health, you need to construct stomach too. That was why I decided to create this ministry, Cooperative and Empowerment. Hardly can you see an household in Osun State that you won't see a cooperator in Osun State. When you treat them well, that means you are treating so many people well.
The governor launched the 45-day CFO initiative as well as the harmonization of the state's tax policy. On the environment sector, Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration has been at the forefront of environmental management. When national agencies predicted flooding in 22 states, including Osun, the administration acted proactively to protect residents. Thanks to these efforts, Osun State did not experience any flooding as the administration ensured comprehensive dredging of major waterways, a measure not taken in the previous years.
The governor, in his wisdom, approved the engagement of environmental health workers, which we call them environmental health marshals, for us for sweeping the road. We have those who are cutting grasses across the median of the roads. And all this we are doing to maintain the environmental cleanliness of the state. You'll be happy to note that there was a cholera outbreak in Nigeria of recent, but to the glory of God and with the help of and the support of the Mr. Governor, the Ministry of Environment was proactive enough to curb all these things that may cause the menace of cholera in Osun State. And Osun State happened to be one of the few states that doesn't have a few cases of cholera infection.
On the Climate Change Action Plan, Oshu is on the map as one of the leading states in Nigeria to have acted so proactively. The state was at Baku, Azerbaijan, where it showcased her achievements in the climate sector. In public sector reforms and workers' welfare, Governor Adeleke has made workers' welfare a top priority in his 5-point agenda. As part of his commitment, he has restored integrity and order to the public service, fostering professionalism throughout. The administration has taken significant steps to support civil servants, ensuring a better work environment for them.
Mr. Governor has proven himself that truly he is a man of his word. I only advise and appeal to His Excellency to continue on this good gesture.
To our workers, we want them to just put more effort into what they are doing, because to whom much is given, much is also expected of them. So we have never seen it this good before now.
The administration has taken significant steps to support civil servants, ensuring a better work environment for them.
Soon as he came on board, he approved an upward review of gratuity being paid per personal under the old scheme, about 50%. That is $4,500 per person monthly. And for the new person scheme, the governor equally approved 100% increase in the monthly release from 1.5 million to 250 million monthly. The government is consistent in ensuring that these monthly releases are sacrosanct. He has guaranteed that nothing whatsoever should stop these releases at both the state and national levels. As workers and journalists, we have not had it so good.
Governor Adeleke has also made significant progress in addressing the backlog of pension payments and half-salary debts. In just 2 years, he paid 48 billion naira in pension arrears, compared to the 73 billion naira paid over the 12 years of the previous administration. Pensioners are full of praises for the administration.
Is praying as we were sitting to receive the doctor. So also the alert of palliative begin to roll this morning. Please clap for the doctor.
Ademola will continue to shine a positive light on Osun State and beyond. This is just the beginning.
Mole